All right, I'm delighted to be joined by Queensberry Promotions head honcho, the boss himself, Frank Warren. How you doing, Frank?
I'm okay. What about you?
I'm okay. All the better
I'm
for
really good, actually. We had some good moves.
Good, yeah, well, exactly. I thought okay seemed a bit downbeat considering you've just announced today you're bringing boxing back. How excited are you to be bringing it back?
I'm very, they're going to be the first shows to be seen in the UK for what now? 3 months, 3.5 months. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. We've got some really good domestic dust-ups, whatever you want to call them, but they're good quality fights. We're going to kick off with them, hopefully do at least one a week. And then decide obviously what we do afterwards once this all settles down and we know where we are with the government and their advisors, the scientists. This is how we're going to kick off, get ourselves back into it, get the guys busy, and it's a big opportunity for them to make names for themselves.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, what's been announced today is the July 10th show, which is a cracker. Brad Foster against James Beech, British and Commonwealth titles. And then also coming up, we haven't got the dates yet, but we know they're coming up, Lerrone Richards, Umar Sadiq, and also Anthony Cacace against Lyon Woodstock. Some proper crackers there.
Yeah, they're really competitive fights, and it'd be good for the fans. Good to get the guys out. We're not doing fireworks and all that stuff because our fireworks are going to be in the ring. That's where we're looking to get them there, and hopefully, as I say, these guys and the undercard. There'll be 5 fights at the moment on each show, on each undercard. We can go through that in a minute, but it is a massive opportunity for these guys to make name for themselves and to be seen by the public who have been starved of boxing for a long, long time here.
So how many shows like this can we expect? The one date that we've got so far is July the 10th, and we've just been told there's going to be more to come. How many are we looking at?
I would, fingers crossed we're going to start off with 5 or 6 shows, but, we just got to see how it goes. I mean, we'll be busy. We're going to keep everybody busy, but we don't want to announce the whole lot at once. We're still working on a couple of fights, and once we've got them done, I'm sure everybody's going to be pleased. Most of these fights were made anyway. Were due to take place on the shows that we had to postpone or cancel because of the virus. So we are where we are now. And as I say, we've got some good fights, good undercards, a lot of our good youngsters coming out. And that's going to be good. It'll be good to get back in there behind closed doors. That's going to be a new experience for the viewers, without having a live audience there. So I'm hoping, obviously the show's going to be at BT Studios. The director of the show is going to have a great opportunity to be innovative and creative and give the fans in their homes while they're watching this fight a unique experience to get up close, hear things that maybe they wouldn't hear during a fight because of the fact we've got a live audience and we can't impede on their visions at shows. So this is quite a blank canvas for them to work off. The name of the game is to get these moving. And then we've got to look at what's going to happen with our other guys, guys who are bigger names. And that'll be determined within the next few weeks when we get some more information from the government. And we've got to make some serious decisions as to whether they're going to go behind closed doors or wait until we can get the audiences back in a safe environment.
Let's have a look at what we've got lined up then. So this July 10th show, you got Brad Foster against James Beech, 12-0 against 12-0. Just on Foster, he was actually on your last show before lockdown, and now he's on the first show back. He must have made quite an impression on you.
Well, it's a coincidence as well as he made an impression. He's a competitor, and it's they've both got similar records, so we should get a fight out of that. And the most important thing is for them. They're in there. They're going. These guys are heading up the card. They're going to be seen. So this is a unique and a great opportunity for them. Normally, these fights would be lower down the card of a big show. If we had a big title fight on. If it was a Daniel Dubois or a Tysons fight, and they'd be on the card. These guys have got the chance to shine and show the television audience, the people at home, how good they are, and jumpstart their position where they are now into the big league if they come across well and do the business.
Yeah, so it's a big opportunity. I'm just thinking of Foster. Yeah. Obviously, he got onto that show was simulcast on ITV as well. So he's knocking on doors, isn't he? He's getting there, and this is another big chance for him.
Yeah. It is a great opportunity and chance for him. So, and he's the type of guy who's going to grab it with both hands. But his opponent's not just showing up to make up the numbers. It's a great opportunity for him. What you've got to remember with these shows, there's no home fighter. The crowd is not behind an home fighter. So what sometimes might give them that bit of edge because their fans are there, they're not there. So it's a level playing field.
That'll be interesting. You got Hamzah Sheeraz as well. He's in against Paul Kean. Another fight that it caught my attention a bit. Paul Keane's like 12-1, and Hamzah Sheeraz, this seems like a bit of a test for him.
Paul's a competitor, and you say he's got a good record. And Hamzah, I'm a big fan of him. I really think he's the business. So again, big chance for him to shine. For both of them, get in there. Best man to win, and the best man to go on and do something even bigger. So that again, it's on paper, it's a competitive fight, similar records.
Now we couldn't come back without a heavyweight on the card, and this guy I know you like him, and you've spoken well about him before. David Adeleye, fight number 2. How excited are you to see him back?
Well, I am. He sort of started off, and then he went in as Tysons. In Tyson Fury's camp to help him prepare for the last fight he had against Wilder. So he's been there sparring and working out with the best. So let's see now how that's rubbed off on him. Very confident, good banger, good puncher, and in a very, very exciting division for this country. The heavyweight division in Britain has never been so lively.
What did you think of his debut? It was just the fight before Christmas show where he got out. How do you look back on it?
He done what he had to do. Everybody who makes their debut, normally they're a little bit nervous. I don't care who they are. They might not say they are, but they get that bit of nerves. But he went out there, and when he settled down, he done what he had to do and done it in style. And
Mark Chamberlain as well. Now this is a guy. He's 5-0. He's a lightweight. He's knocking almost everyone out, and he hasn't been on TV before.
No, and it's a great opportunity, Mark. He's a very tall guy, very rangy. And he's a bit like a sort of Tommy Hearns looking character at a lighter weight. Very, very lanky, got a great reach, very confident, and a good quality fighter from the South Coast.
I understand there's going to be one more added. Each show's going to have 5 fights. We've just named
5 at the moment. 5. We may increase it. Yeah, at the moment 5. Yeah.
So this BT Sports Studio, where we're going to be on July 10th, where we're going to be in the summer. Tell us what's going to be so special about it. I know you've done stuff there before with Total Combat.
Yeah, well, that was done very well. I mean, we did that to try it out and see what it looked like while they refined it, and it went down really well, and it looked good in there. It's easier to control. It's a safer environment, not just for the fighters and the officials and other people associated with the event, but also for BT staff. They can't be all squeezed together in an OB truck. You've got social distancing. So for us, our prime concern was the safety of everybody who's involved in making this happen, including the fighters, obviously. And so that's why we've gone to the studio. The studio's the biggest indoor studio in Europe. So that's where we are. And it's state of the art. So we make it look good, but it's all about the fights. That's what the camera's going to be on, is the fights, watching the fights, and hopefully people getting excited by what we're putting on in the ring.
Frank, in your career as a boxing promoter, you've overcome so much, you've gone through so much. Where does this challenge of bringing boxing back from a pandemic rank in your kind of career challenges?
Well, it's totally unique. I've never lived through a pandemic. Well, I hope I continue to live, but I've never been through a pandemic before. But it's, look, this is a unique experience for everybody. We're all doing things that we were, and doing things culturally, habits. They've all changed dramatically. We don't know, what the new norm's going to be yet. I've noticed in other countries like China, they mentioned today, they got a spike and so forth. They got a spike in deaths and a few other places. So we've got to be very careful what we're doing. So the prime thing here is for us is safety first, ensuring that these are sterile environments, everybody's tested properly and so forth. And that in itself is a challenge. That in itself is for me, is somewhere where I've never been before as a promoter, nor indeed as anyone. So we've got to just make sure that we're very careful what we're doing and just keep improving each time we're doing a show. So the first one is going to be as far as boxing is concerned, it's going to be you know, the pioneering, for want of a better phrase, it's a pioneering experience for us. And from there, we will, as I say, improve on it if it needs improving.
Well, you are no stranger to being a pioneer in boxing, and we are very excited about seeing what this is, what it's going to look like. Tell me, this July 10th show, though, I'm looking at it, and tell me if I'm getting ahead of myself. Am I looking at 4 future world champions?
Well, look, you know, they got a long way to go yet, these guys. They're youngsters. There's a couple of them in there I really do fancy will certainly go on and fight for world titles. Whether they win them or not depends on them. But they're very capable of getting themselves in the position to fight for world titles. And this, which is so important for them, can jumpstart their careers. Jumpstart their careers. No one's seen any boxing. We'll be out. Hopefully, we're going to have a show very quickly afterwards. So these guys are going to get, they're going to be, everybody wants to see boxing, is going to be tuning in, they'll be watching this, and this is their chance to shine.
All right, well, we can't wait for it. Thank you very much for bringing boxing back, Frank, but also for talking to me today. I appreciate it.
A pleasure, my friend. Stay safe and well.